Kawali, which they had performed on stage. And just the first 2 minutes of the song that I heard, I was hooked. And I tried my level best to get that song to be part of my soundtrack for Wazir. But things didn't happen. I was very, very dejected that that song couldn't be part of my playlist. But at the same time, I was even more disappointed that I didn't get a chance to work with them. We only spoke on the phone. We never got to meet or anything. And then one day I got to hear that they are releasing an original album called Navarasam, and I happened to see the first video. And again, I was blown by the music. I was blown by the quality of the video. And I out of sheer curiosity, I approached them and I said them that, you know, I really like this and I want to hear more of the songs. And that's when I spoke to Govind, who was, as soon as I said that, he immediately WhatsApped me some 4-5 songs and some more tracks from the album. And his next question was, would you be interested to direct a music video? So I think more than him, I was more excited that he actually thought of asking me for it, and without even thinking for a second, I immediately agreed. And I am so glad I did that. And they were sweet enough to send me 4-5 songs from the album and asked me to choose, and I chose Arachar. That's the song that you're going to hear today. I'm not going to talk much about the song, not the context of the song. I can just say that right from the music to the lyrics, to the way it was executed, I was completely hooked and take the song higher. And that's what I've tried my best to do. And fortunately, I had some great people who collaborated with me, starting from Aditi, who again, just on a phone call, I asked her, will she be part of this? And she didn't know anything about it. She thought I'm going to do some sweet Switzerland kind of number where I'm going to take her and there'll be another guy and there'll be like lovey-dovey moments. That's what I think she thought, and she said yes. She heard the song and she said, "Acha, so this is what you want me to do." So anyway, I think how I managed to convince her was thanks to my style guru, style director, Shweta, who did some fantastic work in the kind of styling in the whole styling of the video. So, but she was very clear in how she wanted to approach it, and I was very happy with the kind of stuff she was showing me, and so was Aditi, and she was hooked. And so the entire styling of the video was done by her, and of course, like I said, I had some more interesting people who collaborated. I'm sorry I'm boring you all, but just giving you the history of the video. Some more interesting people, some of them who are not present here. One of the biggest assets for this video, I would say, apart from our own Aditi, is our cameraman, Mr. Ravi Varman. I got the chance to work with him. He's one of the most well-known cameramen in the country, starting from Barfi to Ramleela to his recent work, Tamasha. And it was the first time I was getting to work with him. And I think, again, thanks to him, the video looks the way it is, and I can only, I think it's become my showreel more than his now. So thank you so much. And of course, my production designer, I think she's here somewhere, hiding, Pooja Palan, yes, yeah, who refused to do the video in the budget given, and she said she'll not be able to execute it because she also saw the video in a certain way, but still managed to do it and managed to do a kick-ass job of the production design. And of course my production team and my ADs who all made it happen. And of course, last but not the least, who I had to convince Mr. Freddy Daruwala, who was also part of the video. Again, Freddy, please come. Freddy, who I happened to meet for the video, I got to know that he himself is a musician. He himself is a part of a band, and I think that's what excited him more to be part of the music video, and I'm glad he was part of it. And one more person who was part of the video, who was a reference. We saw his image as a reference for a costume. He's a costume designer called Mr. Augustine Shubre. And I saw him, and I asked Shweta if he can actually fly down, and he couldn't, and he didn't want to, and I had to convince him. And I'm so glad he also got convinced, and he was also part of the video. So I think without talking much, I would call Aditi to say a few words. I'll call Freddy to say a few words, and of course my band, who's right here, Let me say a few words about the band. The band, by the way, it's a one-of-a-kind band, mainly because they're a 16-member band. I don't think I've heard of such a big band. It's the first time I heard it's a 16-member band. There is a father and son who are part of the band. Again, I think that's also one of a kind. I don't think father and sons are together. I have not heard of anything like that. And they do all kinds of genres. They do all kinds of languages. So I think that just sets them apart. And the kind of music that you'll hear, please don't think that this is the only kind of stuff that they do. Please look them up. And by the way, they are the most popular band, most popular Indian band on Facebook. They are the maximum number of followers on Facebook. So they're the most popular band. And I think in the indie scene would be incomplete without taking their name. And that's how exponentially they've grown in the last couple of years. And I consider myself privileged that I got to be part of their individual solo original album. So keeping my words short now, I will just call Aditi and Freddy to say a few words before we show you the video. One more word of thanks to some friends who made the time to come here. I know it's a very weird, odd time. 5 o'clock is a very odd time, but they actually braved the traffic and they're all here. Some of them just flew down and just came straight from the airport. Didn't even get to brush their hair. I got some complaints. So thank you so much to all my friends who are here. Means a lot. Genuinely means a lot. Thank you so much. I won't single you out, but thank you.
Hi, thank you all for being here today. First of all, Bejoy, I don't ever think that Bejoy is going to make a music video in Switzerland. Lovey-dovey music video. Never would I think
I only like do songs in the kitchen.
Exactly. And if you ever do now, you better call me. Anyway, so when Bejoy called me about this, I'd like to say one thing that I didn't know about Taikadum Bridge, but when I did hear their music, I was quite excited because it's rare that you get that kind of sound in India. I think the music in India is kind of taken over by Bollywood music, and it's really exciting for us to hear different kinds of sounds and different kinds of music. I don't know if this is working. Is this working? Yeah. And just to see musicians and artists work with passion and create what they want to create and not pander to the pressures of mass, what the masses want or what is expected of them. So I really have a lot of respect for people who go out there and do what they want to do. And that is another reason why I really enjoy working with Bejoy, and especially on this video, because I think when you work with people who are really excited about doing what they want to do, and there is so much passion for what they want to do, and they have like a open canvas to do what they want to do and to create what they want to create. For an actor, there is no greater joy than to collaborate on something like that, because you know that that work is coming out of the greatest intent and the greatest passion. And I think just to be a part of that and to create with them is really special. So I felt very excited. Also, I get to play this goth princess, which I don't think anybody sees me like, but Bejoy did. So I was really excited to do that, because one doesn't get an opportunity to play such sort of varied parts. So it was fun, and it was quite noir and quite cool and black and white, and I think everything was really, really special. I also love Bejoy's team, so it was a breeze for me.
The shoot was almost getting done at the last, just before the last shot.
Yes.
Where Aditi thought it was over and she was packed up and she was ready to go home. When I told her, okay, there's one more sequence left where you have to get wet in the rain, she was close to tears and she said, I can't do this, I'm going home. And I kept on trying to convince her, listen, it's going to look beautiful, you're going to be under the rain, it's going to look. She said, no, that's it, I'm done. And she left, and I said, okay, fine. And I went back, I said, chalo theek hai, mere ko hi bhiga do yaar, mere ko shoot kar lo. So I was getting ready to shoot when suddenly I see her slowly walking onto the set and said, fine, I'll get wet only once. I said, okay, fine. And then she stood there for 20 minutes getting wet in the rain for some multiple takes. But thankfully, the shot is just beautiful, and thanks to you for that. Anyway, I'll just call Freddy once here on the stage to makeshift stage to just say a few words.
Unlike Aditi, I was very excited. I'm getting wet. एकदम body shot दिखाने का मौका मिल रहा था. But besides the fact that Bejoy sir is looking very cool in this outfit,
मैं बहुत टेंशन में खड़ा हूँ, कभी उतर जाएगा कभी गिर जाएगा, मैं बेल्ट लाना भूल गया तो.
I had all the good reasons to be in this video. First and foremost, being a Bejoy Nambiar fan, I really wanted to work in this video and I wanted to work with him. So I remember eating his brain for about 6 months, sir, that I want to work with you. And one fine day he turns up saying that, Acha, I have this music video, very cool music video. Do you want to work with it? Me? And I said, yeah, no is not an answer. So then he forwarded me the song. He said, listen to it. And my excitement turned into double because it was a metal song, heavy metal song, and I don't know. I'm so many times I'm just shy to say this because people judge you very badly. But I am a heavy metal fan, so when he forwarded me the song, I was like, wow, this is all the more a reason. And the song is brilliant. The guys who are working behind the music are very pure, very genuine, and their genuinity and their purity reflects from the music that they make. So guys, you guys are fabulous. And I just got to learn a little bit of you when I was there with you. And I had a brilliant experience. Besides that, the video is absolutely a pleasure to watch. Visually very appealing. I don't want to say so many things because once it rolls on the screen, you guys will be able to judge by yourself. So thank you so much to Thaikudam Bridge for letting me be a part of it. Bejoy sir, to be a part,
Thank you.
of this whole thing and let me also be the part of it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Thank you, sir. Generally, thanks a lot. Before I call the band, I think we'll show the video first. Have a look at the video, and then we'll call the band so you can speak to the band as well. The entire band. Their first album, original album called Navarasam. It's out on iTunes. It's out in CDs. Please do get it. Arachar is one of the tracks from Navarasam. So do. Go, no problem. So do buy it. And the video is going online tomorrow. Is that okay? Radhika, where is Radhika? I can say that, right? Yeah. Okay. The video is going online tomorrow morning. Please feel free to share it. Please definitely, in fact, don't feel free. Please do share it. Tell more people about it because this is just a small initiative to, like what Aditi was saying, to try and promote.
Watching the video and having you all as a part of this release of the year. And the entire shoot experience, it was like a fairy tale. Trust me, on the shoot day, apart from what we were giving our takes and all, the rest of the time we were like looking at the drone, looking at the camera, angles. Everything that was done was like so much, there was so much beauty in everything that was being shot over there, and it was going to be a lifetime experience for us. It was a lifetime experience. And when we went back, we were like sharing, this happened, that happened, and like, as a band, it was the first time we saw something this beautiful and this amazing and this big. So thank you so much to Bejoy sir and the entire crew and everyone who worked so hard behind this. And as we always say, go and watch the channel and the video and everything, but be the bridge. Well, go in, would you like to talk? Say something, man, in Malayalam. Yeah, man.
Namaskaram. No, I don't talk at all. They know that's what they're doing now. I'm pretty much shy, you know that. So I'm really happy because this is a kind of a dream come true for a band like a South Indian band, like a language barrier. We are trying to cross the language barrier here because everyone knows that music has no language. So this is like a big step for us. So everyone, please support us like you're doing right now. So yeah, and be the bridge.
Yeah, sure. Come. Govind, you have tied this mundu for me and I feel like it's coming off. So if it comes off, I don't Aditi, please.